Hi everyone. In this lesson, I want to talk about installing an integrated development environment. This lesson talks about what is an IDE. An IDE allows you to compile, run, and debug programs within one environment. So far, we've been writing our code in Notepad, then using the Java compiler, Java-C, to compile it, and Java to run it. By using an integrated development environment offers many new features. You can go ahead and read this lesson. Let me scroll down to topic 2. Read through the lesson so you can get a better handle on what is an IDE, but what I wanted to do was to walk you through the process of installing the IntelliJ IDE, which is the one we're going to use. So in the middle of the page, you'll see under topic 2, there is a link that takes you to the download for IntelliJ IDEA. IntelliJ offers a free educational version, so I have a link there, and if you click on the download, we can go through the process for downloading the IntelliJ IDEA. Now that the download's complete, I'm going to click on Open File. And once again, I need to sign in as an admin in order to install the IDEA. We'll walk through the setup wizard. Okay, it starts out by telling us welcome to IntelliJ Educational Edition. Let's click Next. I would leave the default folder. Again, you can see it's going to put it under Program Files under JetBrains, which is the company that owns the license for IntelliJ. So let's click Next. Okay, here you have some additional options if you wanted to create a desktop shortcut. So I'll go ahead and create a 64-bit launcher. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can always go to the Start menu and do that. Then I think the rest of it, the only other thing I'm going to do is, since we're only dealing with Java, is I'm going to say create associations with .java and not .groovy or KT for Kotlin. Okay, so let's go ahead and click Next. Okay, I'm going to click Install. All right, when you see this final screen, it means you're done installing your educational edition, and you can go ahead and click Finish. Okay, now let's go ahead and launch IntelliJ. From the desktop, I'm going to double click on the IntelliJ icon. Okay, I'm going to agree to the privacy policy and click Continue. I'm going to say go ahead and send anonymous statistics to help them with their product, but that's your choice. You can choose to decline. Now here, because I'm trying to show you this as from a student perspective, go ahead and choose on Learner. I'm going to go ahead and do Start using the EDU tools. And this is what it looks like when you finally get to the IntelliJ IDE. Okay, from here, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a quick project. So go ahead and click on New Project. Okay, and notice up here in the top left it says Java. Now it did automatically put in my project SDK. If for some reason you don't see it, you can use the drop down arrow to find them. But if as long as it has the JDK that we downloaded earlier or that you have on your machine, we should be fine. Okay, so from here we're going to go to Next. And we can go ahead and try Create Project from Template. But that would... And then let's click Next. And we'll give the project a name, so let's call it Hello. And click Finish. Okay, you can see that by choosing the template, I do need to do one more thing. I need to allow access using my admin account. So let me fix that next. Okay, there we go. All right, down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that there's a little message about cookies. I'm going to close that. Okay. In the middle of the screen, every day you will get a different tip of the day. It's up to you if you want to see that every day. If you don't, you can click on Don't Show Tips and then click on Close. All right, on the right-hand side of the IDE, you'll notice that there's a big message, a big splash screen that says What's New in IntelliJ. All right, we don't really have to worry too much about that. Now, at the very top here, you'll notice that there's two tabs open. One says main.java and one says What's New. Let's close the What's New. I'm going to click on that. There we go. Now I'm back to just my main.java. Now, on the left-hand side, the way that the IDE is set up is on the left-hand side, there's a project folder, and this is where you'll see all the information about the files that are in your project. The main part of the screen just shows us the source code in one of the files, but we don't see that file over on the left until we expand the little arrow there. So see the little greater than sign next to hello? If I click on that, notice it expands that. And then next thing I want you to do is click on the SRC arrow, and there you'll see is the main file for our program. So this is main.java is the name of this class file. Okay. At the very top there is a menu bar here. So notice we have a file option, we have edit, we have view, navigate. We will use a lot of these tabs, but for right now I just want to make sure the install worked correctly. So what I'd like you to do next is where it says write your code here, replace that with the statement system.out.println. Notice it starts to fill in some of the words for me, and that is called IntelliSense, and it is a really nice feature of using an IDE because it will help you to automatically fill in some of the code. But for today, I want to just go ahead and type it all in. So I typed in system.out.println like we had before, and all the rest of it was already there. Now in the top, right below the text menu is some icons here on the right hand side. There's a hammer which will build the project. That will allow me to check to make sure there's no errors. So let's click on the hammer, and we will see at the bottom it's doing the build, and we'll see if it has any errors. It says searching for compile errors. I know it's going by really fast. Okay, it says build, this is in the very bottom, build compiled successfully. Wonderful. Then to the right of the word main is another green arrow, and if I mouse over it, it says run main. So go ahead and click on that. And now it's going to execute the code just like we did before from the command line, and there's our hello world.